So let's talk about a great game show franchise that has been probably one of the biggest and most popular word games there ever was. Password. And I'm going to talk about all of the Password series today on the wide world of game shows. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews presents Wide World of Game Shows. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers. Welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. This, of course, is the wide world of game shows. I'm Doyle, better known to you as the Big D. So today's episode is kind of going to be different games in one video. Today I'm going to talk about a word association game that has been big for many years, and it's been revived several times. What game show am I talking about? I'm talking about Password. That's right. And I will say this has become a very popular and very well-known series. So, if you're ready, let's get started with this. First off, I'm going to talk about the original that started all, Password. Password was created by Bob Stewart for Goodson Todman Productions. Of course, Bob Stewart will go on to get to do several other things. He recently created The Price is Right for the studio. He'd also go on to have his own company producing games such as Pyramid, Chain Reaction, Jackpot, and several others. The host of the game was Alan Ludden, who had previously been well known as the host of the GE College Bowl. Now, in the game, two teams, each composed of a celebrity player and a contestant, attempt to convey mystery words to each other using only single word clues in order to win cash prizes. The show originally premiered on CBS in 1961 in daytime. It had over 1,500 episodes produced and aired for its run. So, yeah. Now then. Now, of course, the password was shown on screen to viewers as well as softly spoken on the audio track by the announcer. Which, well, there were two different ones, Jack Clark and Lee Vines. Anyway, now, on each team, the player who was given the password gave a one-word clue from which their partner attempted to guess. If they failed to guess the password within a live 5-second time limit, or if a legal clue was given, 2 or more words, a hyphenated word, coined words, or any part or form of the password, played pass to the opposing team. The password was revealed by the clue giver, it was thrown out. The game continued until one of the players guessed the password correctly. Any form of the password was given as a clue, or until 10 clues had been given. Now, scoring was based on the number of clues given when the password was guessed. 10 points were awarded for guessing the password on the first clue, 9 points on the second clue, 8 points on the third clue, etc., down to 1 point for the 10th and final clue. Now, I'm going to start with the CBS version. In the daytime edition of it, the first team to reach 25 points won the contestant $100. And then on a nighttime edition, which actually also aired on CBS, which had over 201 episodes produced. Let's see. The winner won $250. The winning team earned a chance to win up to an additional $250 by playing the lightning round, in which the civilian contestant on the prevailing team tried to guess 5 passwords within a minute. That's 60 seconds from clues given by his or her celebrity partner. $50 was awarded for each correctly guessed password. It was increased to $100 for the 73 to 74 season, which I'll get to that in a little bit. The lightning round was among the first bonus rounds on a television game show, along with the scrambled phrase game on the original Beat the Clock. Anyway, now, on each episode of the series, Lund would caution the players about unacceptable clues by saying, when you hear this sound, you'll hear a buzzer. It means your clue has not been accepted by our authority, which is name of word authority, that is. The word authorities on the CBS version include New York University professor David H. Green and World Book Encyclopedia Dictionary editor Dr. Reason A. Goodwin. Of course, that dictionary being still a work in progress at the time of the show's first airing, first appearing in print form in 1963. Now then, let's see here. Now, soon, later on they would use a computer for the later series, but I'll get to that in a bit. After about 6 seasons, CBS ended the show in 1967. 4 years later, it was back on ABC, running for almost 1,100 episodes. And John Harlan was the announcer for that. Now, for the ABC version, a limit of 6 clues was imposed to expedite gameplay for the main game, with the last clue worth 5 points. In addition, teams were given the option of either playing or passing control of the first clue to the opposing team. Specifically, the team that was trailing in score or that had lost the previous game was offered the pass or play option. When the score was tied, the team that failed to get the previous password was awarded the pass or play option. Now, as for the lightning round, the ABC version immediately came up after completing. Now, immediately after completing this, the player was given a choice at the betting word in which they could wager any amount of their winnings on their celebrity partner's ability to guess it within 15 seconds. The maximum bonus for this will increase the price to 500 to 1,000. Anyway, yeah. Now, the word authorities for this version were Robert Stockwell from UCLA and Carolyn Duncan. Yes. Now, let's see. Now, later on in the series, a computer referred to as Murphy by Lund was incorporated after Mr. Harlan would no longer do the announcement. The computer would display the password one letter at a time like a typewriter, followed by the quotation marks. A beeping sound would accompany each letter as it appeared on screen. A final beep would signal that the password was revealed to the home viewer and play would start. Now, on later versions, a bell would ring once it's revealed, and the first 2 seasons of the 4th series, which I'll get to both those in a little bit, a chirping sound was heard when the password was revealed, but then the announcer would begin to do that until the end. And that was, again, discontinued on the last series. Anyway, now you know about Password. It's really good, and I really do think it's a very great game. And you can find some episodes on YouTube. It's also I think it's also currently shown on the Buzzer Network. I've seen it on Game Show Network years back, and I gotta say it's really good. Of course, it had numerous contestants, most notably Lund's wife, the late great Betty White, who we sadly lost. So I kind of will dedicate this here vid in her memory, since we lost her a few months back. So anyway, Password's a pretty fun game. I really do like it. The next game I'm going to be talking about is Password Plus. Okay, now, Password Plus premiered on NBC 4 years after ABC had canceled Password itself. Now, while only subtle differences between this and the next version of the game, it followed the same general gameplay as their predecessor, whereby two teams of two people each, a celebrity and a contestant, attempted to guess a mystery word using only one-word clues. Now, let's see here. Now, of course, the rules regarding clue giving were the same as on the previous two versions as well, with the exception of two instances exclusive to Password Plus. Now, two rules were put into place. The first, disallow any passwords direct opposite or antonym as a legal clue, such as loose for tight. The second expanded a penalty already present in the game. When the series began, if the clue giver given the option to play or pass did not decide in time or failed to give a clue, the other team's clue giver was allowed to give two clues to his or her opponent. After the change, the two clue penalty was extended to any time a clue giver failed to give a clue in time. In all cases, the two clues had to be given separately with one guess at the password after each. Now, the new element that was added was the password puzzle. Each password, once revealed, became one of 5 clues to a puzzle referring to a person, place, or thing. Now, the passwords themselves were not worth any money. Only the puzzle affected the scores. Correctly guessing a password allowed that participant one chance to solve. If a password was not guessed by either, it was added to the board without a guess. If that occurred on the final password, the solution was revealed, and the puzzle was thrown out. Now, for the final password in a puzzle, if the guesser was incorrect, his or her partner was given a guess as well. But on Password Plus, if both teammates did not guess correctly, the puzzle solution was revealed and a new one was played. Anyway, now, for the first 2 seasons of Password Plus, the goal was to get the $300. Get $100 for the first 2 rounds and $200 for round 3 or more. For 81 to 82, the goal was to reach $500. So you get $100 for the first 3 rounds, or for 3 rounds, $200 for higher. So anyway, yeah. After that, in Password Plus, they would go on to the bonus game, which was called Alphabetics. The gameplay of the round was the same on both this and the next show. Now, the contestants had a 60-second time limit to guess 10 passwords beginning with consecutive letters of the alphabet. For example, A through J. The celebrity giving one-word clues as in the main game. The celebrity could see only the current password until the contestant either guessed it or said pass if they get stuck on it, and they can come back to it if there's time. Now, he or she could use multiple words to form a sentence, but had to pause distinctly after each one for the period on Password Plus, in which opposites were forbidden. This was enforced in Alphabetics as well. The contestant won $100 for each guessed word and a cash jackpot for solving all 10 before the time limit ran out. The grand prize was originally a flat $5,000, but was reduced by 20% for every illegal clue given. So anyway, yeah. Anyway, now, originally, they brought back Alan Lennon to host until 1980 when he took a leave of absence after he was diagnosed with stomach cancer. Now, Bill Cullen, who at the time was hosting the show that preceded the show, which was the Bob Stewart produced Chain Reaction, filled in as host until Lennon returned in May, but then left the program again late October due to further health problems and was replaced by Tom Kennedy because Cullen was hosting another Goods and Timing game on NBC that was Blockbusters. Lennon would make no more television appearances before his death the following year in 1981, and Tom Kennedy stayed on to host the remainder of the series. until the show ended in 1982. Yes, which let me see now. After over 800 episodes were produced and aired, the Password Plus ended in 1982. Now you can find the show on Buzzer. Game Show Network did air that as well, which is where I encountered it. And you can also find episodes on Amazon Prime as well. YouTube also has a few episodes too, so you may want to see that if you're into the original Password. You may like this one, but I think the next show will probably be the one mostly some people are familiar with, even the one I'm familiar with. And that would be the next game. I'm going to talk about Super Password. Super Password premiered on the same network that aired the previous series, NBC. The show premiered 2 years later after the previous series, well, actually 2.5 years, in September of 1984. Let's see here. Now, of course, the gameplay is similar to the last one with a password puzzle. The show's host was Bert Convy, in what would be his next to last game show overall. He had hosted. After this, he'd host Win, Lose, or Draw. Now, it would be his last thing for Mark Goodson Productions, but however, he did film a pilot for Match Game when it was about to get revived by ABC, but unfortunately, he died of brain cancer. And then Ross Schaefer took over. But I'll talk about that show possibly next month. I'm thinking about doing Match Game next month. Now, the one additional thing that was added to this was the cash word, played by the winner of the second puzzle for an accumulating cash jackpot. Now, the celebrity gave clues to a more difficult password. The contestant won a jackpot which started at $1,000 and increased by that much each time. It was not won by guessing the password within 3 clues. The round did not affect the scores and only awarded bonus money. The cash word automatically ended following an illegal clue from the celebrity. And once you got it right, you get the check from this little container that Convy called the Magic Toaster. Which that was pretty funny, actually. Now, the bonus round, which was Super Password, was also played for the same accumulating jackpot as in the final months of the Plus round, with no upper limit imposed by NBC. However, if an illegal clue was given, the word in play was thrown out. Now, champions retired after playing the bonus round 7 times on Plus and 5 times on Super Password. Now, for that version, you have to get to $500 to win. $100 goes to the first round, $200 for the second round, $300 for round 3, and $400 for if they go any higher. Anyway, now after this, there'll be various board games and even video games released for this. Now, like Password Plus, it's also has been re-aired on Game Show Network. It's also currently on the Buzzer Network. You can also find full episodes on YouTube as well as Amazon Prime, which, of course, they're both provided courtesy of Buzzer. So anyway, yeah. But anyway, I'm going to say this was just so big and popular. And I grew up watching Super Password and what have you. It was just so good and what have you. Gene Wood, who of course was recently the announcer for Family Feud, right before it ended and before it came back, because Super Password was just about to end when Family Feud was brought back, was the announcer for both series, as a matter of fact. Anyway, so now you know about those, but wait, there is one more I'm going to give to y'all. I said I was going to do the whole series, you know. And here is that last series. That show would be $1 Million Password. $1 Million Password was an updated version of Password. It came on the network that aired the original series, CBS. It was hosted by Regis Philbin, the former former original host of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. The show premiered in summer of 2008 and only ran for 12 episodes, unfortunately, during its 2-season run, and in the summer of 2009. Now, this format password departs somewhat from its predecessors in terms of gameplay. The first half of the game is an elimination game featuring 2 contestants and 2 celebrity guests. The contestants alternate playing 30-second rounds in which they attempt to correctly identify as many as 5 given words with a celebrity partner using the traditional one-word clue method like the lightning round. There is no limit on the number of clues for each word. Words can be passed on and returned to later if time permits. The contestants are each paired with one of the celebrity partners for the first 2 rounds and then switch partners for the next 2 rounds. Yes, just like what they did with the original series. I forgot to bring that up. The rounds alternate between the contestant giving and receiving clues such that they give and receive once to each celebrity. After 4 rounds, the contestant who has correctly identified the most words moves on to the $1 Million Password game. For the final round, the contestant who is trailing in score plays first. His opponent does not need to play the final round if they are still leading after that, and otherwise has their round cut short as soon as they have passed his opponent's score. If the contestants are tied after 4 rounds, a tie-breaking word is given to both teams, starting with the winner of a coin toss. The teams alternate giving clues and responses until one contestant gets the word and wins the game. Now, I've only seen some of this. I didn't quite catch on with this much, though. So anyway, yeah. Now, of course, legal clues thing was used again as well, and so on. So, also there would be, games and what have you as well, just like the other versions. Now, Buzzer more recently got the rights to air this despite its short stay. But anyway, you can also find $1 Million Password on YouTube also. I don't know if Buzzer's still airing this, but if so, you can give this a try. But anyway, that's it. So now you know about Password. Now, I did read that there is currently a new version of Password in the works that's coming up to NBC. I think it's coming to their streaming service, not Peacock. I think it's just to NBC.com, not well, yeah, I think you get the idea. Anyway, I just hope for the best this will come up sometime. But anyway, that's it. That'll do it for this episode of the Wide World Game Shows. So, what's your favorite version of Password? Do you like all of these? You can tell me if you'd like, and you can tell me which one of the hosts you like. You like Alan Lennon, you like Bert Convy, or Tom Kennedy, or heck, even old Regis. But anyway, tell me in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and be a part of the Big D Nation. And next time on the Wide World of Game Shows, I'll be talking about Name That Tune in order to promote the brand new season coming up. So thanks for watching, and if you like this, consider checking out these previous episodes of the Wide World of Game Shows. In the upper left-hand corner is the episode I did for the Newlywed Game, which is already doing well even more, considering it was my 3rd most review of last month, but it's pulling up there. The upper right-hand corner is the previous episode I did on Wheel of Fortune, or go to the bottom left-hand corner and see the episode of the longest running game show that Goodson has Goods and Tommen has given to us, which Fremantle Media is still doing those. That being The Price is Right. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., as well as the wide world of game shows, then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'm the Big D saying see ya. And I'll have another video coming up soon. Bye now.